rejected him, sold him out. But God causes his brothers to have to need him. You better hear me. God says what I'm going to do in your life is I'm going to flip the script on you. And folks that never needed you and thought they had it going better than you and thought they were through with you then walked on you, I'm going to flip the script and cause them to have to need you and to have to come to very your name. Now, watch how the story unfolds. The brothers come to him and seek food. Listen to me. I like that, but I would have stopped there if he was just a hookup man. But God always has an inside person. Now, what the Bible says is that because the children of Israel was God's promised people in the middle of famine, he says, Joseph says to his brothers, go down and get daddy from the land of Canaan. Now, when you go down and get daddy from the land of Canaan, there's a couple of things that I want you to do. I tell daddy to bring all of his asses and all of his food and all of his stuff and his livestock with you. Now, when he brings the livestock, he says to them, on the way going, I'm going to go in your bags. I'm going to finance your trip going where you're going. God said in this season of your life, I'm going to finance what you need to do. And even though they say it's a recession, because you set yourself up with me, because you're my chosen one, I'm going to give you grace in the midst of hell. I'm going to give you favor in the midst of agony, and I'm going to prosper your way. I'm almost about there. Now that boy says to the brothers, come on now. They get, he says, on the way coming back, I want you to stop in the land of Goshen. Now Goshen is a strange land. Goshen is the place of blessings. I want you to stop in Goshen. Now he says, when the money of the Egyptians fail and their livestock become hungry, they will go to Pharaoh and ask for food. But you, Israel, listen to me what I'm trying to say. God says, I'm going to bless you in this season. The wealth of the wicked is already laid up. When Pharaoh has stored up in his houses, provision in his houses, I'm going to bless the saints so they'll be able to access what belongs to the world, and it'll cost them not a dime. In this season of your life, because you've decided to live right for God, God said, I'm going to put somebody that I'm going to raise up to save your whole house. The reason you've been wanting Uncle Baba saved and Sister Lucy Hot Mama saved, God said you had to go through so you could bring them through. So many of the afflictions of the righteous, you had to sell dope and run the street so you can reach some folks in your family. You had club right with them so they could know that if God could change you, God could change me. Shucks, now I feel my preacher. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I'm getting ready to come out with my hands up. I'm getting ready to come out with victory. The devil thought he had me, but little did he know it was a setup from God. I know it looks like I'm tore from the floor, but God is getting ready to flip the pages. Tell neighbor, said, oh neighbor, God is getting ready to change my life. That I've been the underdog only too long. I've been down under only too long. I've been singing the blues. I've been crying only too long. It's about time that I have joy. I think David said it like this: weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Tell your neighbor, I cried my last tear. I sung my last blues. I sung a sad song long enough. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad. I cried, I sung a sad song long enough. Tell somebody that joy is on the way. Tell them joy, joy, joy is in my life. Tell your neighbor that I'm in position. It's a good time to bless me. It's a good time to hook up with me. It's a good time to come to my party. It's a good time to get on my team, because I'm a winner. Don't get it twisted that I'm a winner despite where I am. I'm a winner despite what I go through. Joseph said, I got king in me despite slave on me. I've got king in me despite slave on me. I've got riches in me despite poverty in my pocket. Tell somebody it's all in my life that eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard, that God is about to switch the move, that God is about to change my page. And look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, I still have joy after all the things I've been through. Joy, joy, oh, joy, joy, oh, joy, oh, joy. Tell somebody the devil thought he had me, but I got away. Look at him and say, the devil thought he had me, but I got away. Tell him joy, joy, oh, joy. Oh, no,